Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Matt with the DPI podcast. Just responding to some chat. We're pretty active in the chat today. Dapper, I'm going to get back to you on that question you just asked me here in a second. Hopefully you're feeling better. You get to feeling better. But yeah, I'll get back to you here in a second. But yeah, we got a great show. First off, I wanted to start with some new followers and subscribers. So first off, let's start off with Tundi 77829 over on Twitch. Thank you for the follow tonight. I'm glad you could join us, hang out with us. Over on YouTube, like I said, we've had about 10 new subscribers over on YouTube. It's been awesome. We're at 538 now. Really working towards that 550 number. But Caitlin McCulloch, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. Also, Amber Bergstrom, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube. And we're not done yet. We had a lot of people that decided they wanted to make themselves public, which is awesome. Kayla Tolbert, also, thank you for subscribing over on the YouTube channel. Like I said, we've gotten to 538. Our goal this year was to get to 500. Super excited that we got to that goal. Now we're pushing for 550, which is awesome. Also, it looks like we're going to try and push for 300,000 views this year. Go over to the channel, find something you haven't watched before. Give it a watch, give it a like. Would really appreciate it. We have gotten a ton of traction on the Happily Ever After show that we posted from earlier this year. Also, we re-edited the Christmas fireworks show, reposted it last week, up over 150 views already, so go over and check that out as well. Super excited for kind of the engagement and everything like that, because not only are we getting the views, you know, every week we're getting 30 likes, we're getting 30 shares, so we're getting that traction on that evergreen content that we thought we would at the beginning, and we're glad that we have a chance to provide that to you and to share it with you guys. So, like I said, nothing but thanks to everybody that has stopped by and decided to follow or subscribe to us. We really appreciate it. As it goes for news this week, we have a ton of news. I was really surprised at how much news actually did come out this week. But really the big thing on the news side is we've got a new boat. The new boat is now in Florida and is going to be christened tonight. And we may try and carry that off of their Twitch page or their Twitter page and see kind of how that goes. But the treasure is in Florida. It is getting ready to take its first cruise here in the next couple of weeks, and they're going to christen it tonight live, which is really cool. So the treasure is the newest Wish class ship, which we're going to have the treasure, we're going to have the adventure, and then we're going to have I'm missing one here. No. Yeah, I'm missing one. The treasure, the adventure, and something else are all going to be Wish class ships, and then we're going to get 7 new ships after that, which is crazy to think of. Glad I went to the Christmas party at MK. I went on one day. It was so much fun. See the Dapper dance as well. Yeah, the Christmas party is one of the highlights of the Disney year. We usually try and go every other year. This year just kind of didn't work out. Yeah, they're going to go live on Disney Blog. I think they're also going to do it. They'll probably post it on their Twitter X account when they go live as well. I know it's at 8 o'clock tonight. So as soon as I see a good link on it, I'll share it over on the Disney Insights page and let you guys know. So I'll kind of monitor that as well. So let's get into some of the news. So last week we talked a lot about what was going on with the earnings call, and earnings, as expected, were kind of flat, but way up on the Disney Plus side. And really, a lot of what that really up on the Disney Plus side is they didn't have as many of their own shows that they were putting on Disney Plus. When you don't have a Mandalorian and that kind of stuff that's in production, your costs are way down. So that's kind of how that happens. But also they had to pay for a couple of ships that are ready to go, and that's coming out of fiscal year. So yeah, Candlelight Processional at Epcot. Yeah, that's awesome as well. So what Disney did do during the time, or the shareholders call, is they gave a timeline of upcoming parks and experience openings and events. So last week, Tiana's Bayou Adventure opened up. We're going to talk a little bit more about that and talk about kind of the reliability and if it struggled like the one at World did. Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort opens up in a month on December the 17th. The Disney Treasure Maiden Voyage, I thought it was a lot sooner than that, but they're saying it's on the 21st. I thought it was in the next couple of weeks. I thought it was before Thanksgiving. The Disney Destiny is the other boat. And the maiden voyage for the Disney Destiny is December 20th, 2025. Disney Adventure Maiden Voyage, December 15th, 2025. New Nighttime Spectacular at Disneyland Paris, January of next year. Reimagined Test Track will open next year. The Spaceship Earth Lounge will open next year. The Pirates of the Caribbean Lounge will open next year. Disney Starlight, the new magical nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom, will open next year. Storytime Living at Cortino welcomes first residents next year, and Disneyland 70th anniversary is next year, and everything that's going with that. So a lot going on in the next year, let's call it, at the parks. Not only that, we are going to get a ton of construction. We already have the Dino Land stuff kind of happening right now, in that transition to the Tropical Americas, and Encanto and Indiana Jones and everything that's going on there. Big Thunder Mountain goes down in January for the retrack and all that kind of stuff. We're going to start seeing construction with the Cars Land area at Magic Kingdom over at that Tom Sawyer Island Rivers of America area. We're going to have groundbreaking on the Disney Villains area at the Magic Kingdom here soon. So a ton is happening. So don't be concerned when you see all the walls up again. I feel like we just got all the walls down at Epcot, and now we're going to have a ton of walls up at Magic Kingdom. So the construction never ends. So let me respond to you real quick. Dapper, not to that point. Okay. So that, hopefully that makes sense. Kind of a one-man show, two-man show sometimes when Peter's on. But yeah, not to moderator type level yet. Reservations open for Cake Bake Shop. I think we talked a little bit about that last week. We might not have. So reservations for Cake Bake Shop now open in my Disney Experience app. Basically what they were doing is a walk-up soft open over the last couple of weeks, and now they are on the My Disney Experience app. So yeah, so domestic parks see growth, international faces hurdles. That's how it's going to be. Now, one thing I do want to point out is when we talk about the international Disney parks, the international Disney parks, I feel like, are parks that had to happen, but they're only like break-even parks. They aren't super profit moneymakers when it comes to the parks and entertainment segment. And the reason is the pricing is so much lower. It's one thing I've talked about since we came back from Paris last year. How inexpensive that trip was once we got there. It was expensive to fly out. It was expensive to fly back. But once we got there, it was relatively inexpensive. It was cheaper than doing the same thing at World by a lot. And that's with, we did 5 days. We did a tour of Paris. We did a half board meal plan, which is basically, think of it like the old Disney Deluxe plan. Not the deluxe dining plan, but like the upgraded Disney dining plan that had the 2 sit-down credits instead of the 3. That's kind of what it was, but your 1 sit-down credit had to be at your hotel restaurant in the morning for a buffet breakfast, which wasn't terrible by any means. You got up, you walked down there, you scanned for your breakfast credits, and you went and you had breakfast, and then you went to the park. It was actually really, really nice. I've talked to some people that have done the Asian parks. They say the same thing. It's kind of expensive to get there, but once you get there, it's really cheap. So, it's really, really, I can't say cheap. It's inexpensive compared to going to the parks here in the States. So, I think when you look at a headline like that, it's a little misleading because, again, I don't think that the international parks are the cash cows that the domestic parks are, and the domestic parks are cash cows. But when you look at the overall attendance was flat. Where are they getting their money? They're getting their money from Lightning Lanes. They're getting their money now from that Premier Pass. That kind of stuff. These add-ons are going to be the things that make them the money, not necessarily throwing attendance through the roof. It's how can we get that consumer to spend more money once they get there. It's a good sales pitch. We get you to the parks, we're going to make you spend money. And Disney does that well. They always have done that well. So, Agatha Harkness, Disneyland Paris is getting a new nighttime show at their Adventure World park. So the old Disney Studios park, now called Adventure World, it is getting a Doctor Strange show that is going to feature Wanda and Agatha Harkness, which is going to be pretty cool. Little mystical and magical show over there. They had a great Avengers show when we were there. Now the problem with Paris, and it's an interesting problem, it is kind of temperate to, say, the Midwest, like the middle Midwest. It's really close in temperature to like Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio, that type of thing. So right now over there, it's in the upper 60s. It might peak in a low 70, but it could be down in the 30s. So you get the chance of snow over there. But the other thing you get over there is you get a lot of wind. And the Avengers show was a drone show. And when there's a lot of wind, the drones don't fly. And it happened that the drones didn't fly. I don't think either time we were there, which was weird. But we got to see them from afar, but we didn't get to see the actual drone show while we were in the park. Tiana's Bayou Adventure opens at Disneyland. So this was a 6-month basically delay. I won't say delay, 'cause it was a staggered start, staggered open between World and Land. Why did they do World first? Because they cared about Land more. And they wanted to make sure that they could work through the kinks at World before they tried to open it at Land. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, if you're an East Coast park goer, you understand the perils of seeing everything that goes on the West Coast park. If you're a West Coast park goer, you're either like, I love my park and yeah, what Disney World, whatever, or you have like size envy, and that's about it. Both parks cool in their own right. Splash Mountain, Tiana's Bayou Adventure, a little bit different. So, Land, single row logs. World, double row logs. It seems like the Disneyland version, the biggest complaint right now is people are getting too wet. So, it seems like it's been pretty reliable, though. I haven't seen a whole lot on reliability issues on the Land version like we saw at World. World was an absolute cluster when it opened. So, that's good to see there. So, both of those are open, which is really nice. Also, the Critter Country kind of retheme that's been going on is open. Really, the only thing that I think isn't open right now is... No, Haunted Mansion over there is open, but I think there's still a little bit of construction on the Haunted Mansion stuff. So, yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Christmas shows. We are, like I said, shoulder deep, I guess, in Disney Christmas right now. And what that means is the parks are decorated. We're getting all the trees up in the hotels, that kind of stuff. But we've also had the holiday tapings already. They usually do that sometime within the first couple of weeks of getting all the decorations up at Walt Disney World. And they happened last week. So, don't have a full performer lineup, but we do know Elton John is performing. We do have a couple of shows, just like they do basically every year. But the first one is going to be Sunday, December 15th, 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is the primetime Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular. This is the big performance show that they do every year. And then on Christmas morning, we have the Disney Parks Magical Christmas Day Parade. And depending on where you are, you get a different time. So, I don't know that the Mountain Pacific time is correct, but it's 10 a.m. On the East Coast, 9 a.m. Central, which would make sense, and then 5 a.m. Mountain Pacific, which would mean that they get to see it before the rest of the country, which I wish that was kind of the time that we got it, because then we could watch it while we were opening presents. And the Christmas Day one is the morning tradition with the Christmas parade. The daytime Christmas parade at Magic Kingdom, which is really cool. So, December 15th and December 25th for the two holiday shows from Disney this year. Let's see. What else do we got? We got some new stuff on the Magic Kingdom DVC Lounge that is coming to Frontierland. It is going to be based on like a trapper's lodge from the time period. So big fireplace, lanterns, like a log cabin-y type feel. This is what's going into the old shooting arcade, which kind of stinks that they're taking that out, but you know, now you're going to have this right outside Lightning McQueen's outdoor trackless mess of a ride that they're putting in. Oga's Cantina is getting some new food and drink. This is from mickeyblog.com, and this is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge getting some new treats. Umbarian cheese roll, spice dusted pretzel bun stuffed with herb cheese into dipping sauce, the thruster roasted bantha flatbread, non-flatbread topped with spiced chorizo beef and 4-cheese blend. That's basically the same. Bloody Rancor candied meat. Tito's handmade vodka, Ancho Reyes, chili liqueur, house-made Bloody Mary mix, spiced with a candied Rancor bacon now. It used to come with the tooth. Now it comes with bacon, or the bone. The Silop, Mezcal, grapefruit juice, lime juice, agave, jalapeno, chili lime seasoned rim, Carillion spiked cold brew, Maker's Mark Kentucky straight bourbon, Joffrey's cold brew coffee, vanilla, brown sugar, syrup, orange bitters, topped with purple vanilla ube foam. So, some cool things coming to Oga's if you're going to be in the parks here over the next few months. They did eliminate some items as well, so definitely want to make sure that you check out that menu when you go there and make sure that your favorites aren't removed from the menu. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure gets a single rider line. This is from yesterday. They are going to test run a single rider line in Epcot. I don't know how I feel about this, because this is very much a family ride. So to make it a single rider line just kind of says, screw the families. Let's just let people dump their kids in a single rider line and, you know, go get a brew or go get a frozen drink in France. Whatever. Yeah, single rider lines to me, since I go basically every time with my family, are of no use. I can see why people like them, but I don't know. I've never seen a benefit in single rider lines other than adding another line into that bottleneck. I mean, we talk about how Lightning Lane and the addition of the paid versions of it are going to create additional strain on that fast pass line. Now we're talking about adding a single rider line in there as well. I mean, whatever. Lightning Lane Premier Pass selling out quickly for Thanksgiving week. So Lightning Lane Premier Pass is the pass that you can buy that grants you access to every Lightning Lane in a selected park one time throughout the day. Lightning Lane Premier Pass has sold out November 25th for Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, and November 26th for Magic Kingdom. With it being Thanksgiving weekend, I would imagine it's going to sell out every day that week, because it's going to be a relatively high volume week. If you're wanting to go to the parks lower volume, always wait. Not the week after Thanksgiving, but the week after that. So that would be the week of the 6th, 7th, 8th. Week of the 8th. Right? Yeah, 6th is the Friday, 7th, 8th, 9th. The week of the 9th. Would definitely be the better week to go. The week of the 9th, the week of the 16th will be good. Week of the 23rd, it's going to start picking back up. And then that week between Christmas and New Year's is an absolute capacity cluster. So just be prepared for what you're doing. This is an interesting concept. And here, this is back over Disneyland Paris. Disney as a company has been testing ticketing ideas. It's where this Premier Pass came from. It started at Paris at the Paris parks, and now they are going to test out a dynamic pricing system that is hourly. Okay? So, newly introduced pricing system removes the preset prices for a specific date. Instead, featuring a range. For example, November through January, 1 day, 2 park ticket under the light blue color seen on the chart below could be as expensive as €102 or as cheap as $89. Although that's not the full range and could change. Price for each date will depend on a variety of factors such as weather, attendance. Currently, the maximum price for a 1 day park ticket is €119, while the cheapest is lower than €56. Like I said, once you get over there, it's just so much cheaper. The pricing can change anytime, but will remain the same until the end of the booking session, which could last up to 60 minutes. Guests looking to visit Disneyland Paris can purchase dated tickets up to 18 months in advance, which is an increase from the previous 12-month periods. Flexibility remains key, with options for guests to change their visit date or cancel their booking and receive full refund up to 3 days prior to their visit. Updated tickets are also available to purchase for a higher price and are available to use any day except for July 14th, or undated tickets except for July 14th, which is their Bastille Day, their Independence Day, October 31st, and December 31st. At this time, the new ticketing scheme is only coming to Disneyland Paris, with no plans for similar rollout domestically. That being said, the French resort has led the way on previous initiatives that have come stateside, such as paid premier access for attractions. Just like I was saying. So basically what this is saying is every hour, the price of the ticket could change based on capacity, based on weather, based on a lot of things. So what they're saying is, for whatever reason that Disney wants to, they can raise the price, and it's justified now. So, everybody's going to say, well, they could lower the price too. I bet you if somebody tracks how many times the prices raise for a ticket in an hour and the prices lower for a ticket in an hour, it's going to be like 8 or 9 to 1 on the raise side. So, yeah, good luck with this. This is going to be a cluster to try and figure out as a travel agent when it comes stateside. Absolute cluster. Only one November Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party still has tickets available. Well, we're getting close. I mean, hell, there's only 11 days left in the month. So there's only, 5 parties left? But, only one date left, and it's probably... Oh, 21st. So, yeah, here in a couple of days, because the ones next week are going to be full. I mean, Thanksgiving week's a pretty busy week at the parks. So, and then you'll get those middle week dates, like I said, the 12th, the 13th, the 15th, the 17th, and the 19th still have open availability for the party date. They say it will change. I think those dates will hold on a little bit longer. You probably have a couple of weeks still before those go away. I think people are going to look at, can they get in before Thanksgiving? And if they can't get in before Thanksgiving, they'll pick a date. This is a local play. If you can't get in before Thanksgiving, you'll pick a date that has the cheapest price, and that's the day that you go to the parks. And that is about the end of the news. A good solid half hour of news. Yeah. Let's see if I could find a good link to the christening. To watch on YouTube. Share. Nope. So, can I... There we go. Home. Home. Paste. There we go. Bang. There you go. If you want to watch the christening live, go over to Disney at Disney Insights on Twitter X. I just posted it to the page so you can watch it from the Disney YouTube feed. There you go. So you can watch it live and check that out. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump off of here. So thank you guys all for joining me tonight. Had a really strong group of people on tonight. Good chatting, good catching up with you, Dapper. Hopefully you get to feeling better. Want to say thank you again to all of the subscribers and followers over the last week. Kayla Tolbert, Amber Bergstrom, Caitlin McCulloch, Tundi _77829. I feel like the Decepticon in the first Transformers. Are you ladies man? 1176582 or whatever the number is. But yeah, thank you guys all for watching, listening, liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it. Have a good week. I'll be on next week. I should be on next week. Thanksgiving week here in the U.S. Have a show. So I will see you guys here in a week. Bye now. Hey, we didn't have any guests on the show today, but we did talk about a lot of news, about a half hour's worth of news. So, if you missed the conversation, go back, hit that back button, check it out. You'll enjoy it. Space, you can find us over there at Disney Insights. We also have Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all kinds of fun stuff. Find us. Once again, thank you guys all for liking, sharing, subscribing, following, everything that you do to support the channel. Have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you